Hey everyone, my name is Georgiana Haynes. Welcome to another episode of Avon Calling. I am here with the lovely Jessica, who is my co-host. And Jess, can you tell everyone where they can go to see more video, more Avon Calling video with Miss Modupe?
Yes, it's youtube.com/makeupmaven Jessica.
Awesome sauce. And as you guys can see, as our special guest for today, we have the wonderful, the glamorous Miss Modupe is in the house.
A pleasure.
Thank you for joining us. So thank you guys all for joining us for another episode of Avon Calling. All right, guys. So thank you all for coming back with us today. We're going to be sharing some stories from Miss Modupe. So Miss Modupe, we have some burning questions we are dying to ask you because as an Avon Gold Leader, a Rose Circle member, you have been with Avon for over 28 years. You are an experienced representative. And we're going to pick your brain a little bit today. So what I want to know is, well, I kind of gave it away, but what's your experience been with all these years that you've been with Avon?
Well, first of all, I want to say a big thank you so much. It's a privilege and an honor to be on your channel, on your show that I call it. I'm really, really humbled to be asked to do this for my fellow representatives. So, well, my experience with Avon has been awesome and has been fun. And Avon has taken me to places that I really wasn't expecting to. When I started, I didn't know what I was doing or what I was getting myself into. But right from the beginning, I had fun because I had success as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. I love it. So my understanding is that you work full time. Is that true?
Yes, I'm practically 12 hours a day out of the house, working my full-time job.
Wow. Yes. That's amazing. So how do you balance your full-time business and your Avon? How do you keep all of that happening?
All those balls in the air.
Well, if I may start from the beginning, if it's okay. It was you see, my why I started Avon was because we needed extra income. And I just entered this country a year, and I came in with 3 children to join my husband. We didn't have the 4th one yet. We had him later. And I realized that funds were really short, with 3 children. And this was 1988, 89. So I started working December 88, but it was really challenging financially for us. So I had a choice to go work outside the house. But the way we did it, my husband worked in the evening while I came in, so I can stay with the kids in the evening. So I knew that I could not go out to do part-time jobs. I had to find something inside the house, and Avon kind of fell on my lap. And so I had to make it work. That in the evening, we were living in an apartment then. And so we didn't have a car. We didn't even have one. So the way it really worked for us was all these 8-10 buildings in my complex, I turned into my market. So that was the only place I was selling to. In the evenings, when the kids were ready after dinner, I would tell them, my daughter was a little bit older, like 12, 13 then, my oldest. So I would ask her to stay in the house, and I would go to the apartments and I would leave books at the doors. And then my husband was my helper from the beginning. When he was taking the kids, my daughter, to the bus stop, he started on his own. I didn't ask him. Would tell the mothers and say, "Oh, my wife says Avon," and they say, "Oh, ask her to bring me to give me books." So next morning, he would take the books when he's taking my daughter to the school bus and give them brochures. And others were coming in, so I didn't have to go out. So I was inside, and then we were using purchase order then anyway. So we started filling bubbles. So I was able to work as well as do my business conveniently. I tried to make my my business around where I live. And it's so funny, I remember when Lisa Wilbur said that you should let everybody that live within 10-mile radius of where you live know that you sell Avon. I started laughing. I said, I did that years ago. So, and that's what and then then my friends, I had some friends, I built a friendship with a few women, and then they started taking books and taking for their friends that are not even in the community and getting me orders. And then one more thing I love to share about what I did was, you remember we didn't have a car, so I was taking the bus and then the train to work. And when I sat on the bus, whoever sat next to me is in trouble. They get a book. There is no way they're not going to get a book. And, and then I have a system that I'll just sit and I'll be pretending like I'm reading a book, and they'll be eyeing my book. And they're like, oh, you want it? Oh, no. Oh, no, that's okay. You can have it. And then when they call my number at the back, then they're like, oh, so it was you. Suddenly it was, yeah, it's me. And then I was able to work it. And then when my kids started growing up and becoming active, like playing sports, I also now realized that I have to, I can't let them miss the opportunity. They wanted to do this. So I would take my business to basketball practice or soccer practice or track and field, and all the mothers there, I started giving them my books. And then when we had games, like I give next Saturday, I'll take the orders to them or basketball games. So, and then when time to deliver on our way from practice, I tell my kids, oh, I have to go deliver somebody who didn't show up. And then I'll deliver my orders, and their treat is stuff at McDonald's.
Trade.
So I have to like pay them with something, like they have to McDonald's. So I made it work because I needed the money. My why was stronger than any excuses that I might have.
Awesome. That is so good. There are so many things in there that you said I loved. A lot of times new representatives would join, and or people might be considering joining, and they might be hesitant because they might say, oh, I don't have a car, or oh, I don't know anyone. But you made it work despite those obstacles that were in front of you. You worked around them, and you worked your business around your existing schedule. So that was so good. So you kind of touched on this. That was a really great segue into my next question. But what would you say is the method that you use to create your goals? Because in the beginning, in order to make this work, you had to have a goal in front of you. And you mentioned that you had a really strong why. So how do you work towards your goals? How do you create them and work towards them?
Well, the goals, I created all my goals, even on my full-time job, for why, like my boss give me an assignment, it has to give me why we have to do that. And from that why, you have to create your goals. The goals will be what you need to achieve, how you're going to achieve it, who is going to help you to achieve your goals and dreams. If I work, if I needed help, who is able to help me? I'm not really good, even though I do financial, I'm not really good with Excel. I always forget, but I have somebody that I always go to and I say, hey, you know what, can you help me with this? So I build all my dreams and goals on my why. Mm-hmm. And my original why for this business was, one of the whys was that, yes, we are here, we're short of funds. And then people from my culture, where I come from, they expect that because we are living abroad, when somebody's coming home, we should be sending something to them. My parents were comfortable. My father was a retired civil servant, so he was fine. But I felt uncomfortable. My mother-in-law was, way comfortable financially than my husband and I. But somebody was going home, and we cannot comfortably say, oh, I bought this jewelry or I bought this car for my mother-in-law, my mom. It was just that tough financially. So I built I want to be able to freely help us send something home, as well as give my family a comfortable life here. And I was able to achieve that. And even a big part of achieving that for us.
Well, I love that. And I think that you have achieved some amazing success in your business. Yeah. What do you think has been like the key or the most important thing to your success in your business?
That's a good question. I believe strongly is believing in what you do. When you believe in what you do, you're going to love what you're doing because you are also doing what you love. The manager that's enrolled me with Avon 28 and a half years ago, when she was doing the appointment, I remember at McDonald's in Silver Spring, I asked her, I said, all these things you told me is really good, but I want you to look me in the eye, woman to woman. I can never forget that. I said, tell me am I going to make money from this business, from this opportunity you are giving me today? Don't sugarcoat, so that I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah.
I told her, I asked her, I said, tell me if I'm going to make money. That's my why, that's my goal. And she said, yes, but I said, uh-oh. You know, when there's a good statement, there's a but. There's something you have to think about. So I said, what is the but, Miss Elizabeth? And she said, oh, you have to believe. She told me that, and when everyone started believing your business, I even told my current manager then, my DSM, I said, Miss Elizabeth should go to Avon and ask for, you know, what do they call them? Like, he has to register that word sentence because
make it like a trademark.
Like a trademark. But she used this word for me so many years ago, and it's been with me since then. So I believe strongly that it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that if I believe, it's going to work for me. Right. And I think that is what has led to my success. I believe in it, and I enjoy it. And plus, I have fun doing Avon. One day, one of my kids said something that, Mom, your eyes lit up on two things. I said, what is that? When you're talking about God and when you're talking about Avon.
Yeah.
What about when I'm talking about you guys?
Not the kids.
I was like, okay. Yes, really, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. So.
Yeah, but if you're, like you said, if you're doing what you love, it doesn't feel like work. And you're right. And when I first met you was actually at an Avon event. Yeah. So I know you're super involved in the activities and you're always excited about learning and growing. But you and I met at an Avon event. I think it was the Rep Fest in Orlando. We were both kind of hanging out, waiting for our flights to take off. And you know, you do have such a passion and an energy for Avon. And what I loved about meeting you was that you were so willing to share, and you know, you were so open and willing to encourage another rep. You know, we're not even from the same state, we're not on the same team, but we were able to talk with each other and connect. And so what would you say, I know we're almost out of time here, but that district manager that you spoke with in the beginning, she planted that seed of, you know, you should believe, and if you believe, you can achieve. Do you impart that into, well, can you tell us how you have, what action steps you've taken to work that into your business to make believing a reality?
Yes, I do. Number one of the things I do with my leaders, with my my team members, was that I share my story. And my best story. I am my best, you know, whatever I want to use as an example for them. I share my story with them and I let them know where I come from, where I was 28 years ago, and that their why looks exactly like mine. So I let them know that, but when I knew I had to do this, either that or I leave my kids on their own at home and go work outside. And I didn't want to do that. So I have something that was placed in front of me that said, oh, you can have both worlds. You can make money as well as stay with your children at home. Even because I leave them for that long during the day. And I didn't want to do that. I mean, they can't afford to use babysitter anyway, or daycare. So I had to make a choice. So when your why is very strong, you're going to do. So I used my story for them and I said that this is what I've achieved from the business. I work, I raise 4 kids. I have a husband. I'm very active in my community. My kids did people were like, my kids are busy. My kids did all the sport in this world that you can think of that they want to do. I travel all over the country with them for United Track and Field. I'm also a certified official for track and field. Yes, I travel to do events, and I also my areas under USA Track and Field. I'm also our secretary for the youth committee. So, but the only thing I tell them I don't party as much. I don't like that. So they do things, but I always share with them that if you really believe in this, if you want it to work, if you want to own something for yourself, you will make it work. But you have to believe in it. If I'm training somebody and they're like, but you know how they start giving you all the reasons in this world it won't work, I say, let's reverse that. can you ask me a question about making it work and what you need to do to make it work? So then let's move to the negative. Let's do positivity. Let's assume you're successful right now. So that's how it's a work in progress, as you know.
Yeah, but it definitely shines through, and you're the kind of person who, when you speak, whenever you're being spoken to, you turn that negative into positive, and that's what shines through. I didn't know you were a woman who wore so many hats. So family, life, track and field, full-time job, you are a jack of all trades, but you are working it, Miss Modupe. So Jess, do you have anything else that you wanted to ask Miss Modupe?
Actually, I do. I do have just one question, because you have been in this business for a long time. So you have, I'm sure, used all of the products and seen a lot come and go. What is your favorite Avon product?
Thoughts. I am a jewelry person. It's the
We
way
couldn't tell.
I'm a jewelry person because my grandmother raised me kind of, and so I have too many jewelries. That's my favorite line. But if you really know what I usually, I'm always so proud when I put on Avon anything, which 90% of my closet is Avon, and people comment and like it. I always kind of like, you know how you have a baby and they tell you your baby is cute. So I always feel like that guilty inside. I love it. But one of my, this is so funny that what I would use now is my skincare as one of, I turn to my favorite, because a lot of people, when I tell them my age, they say they don't believe. And when Avon first made I knew I couldn't use it because it was kind of strong. I broke out badly. My husband had to actually, I remember, took me to the emergency that night. But in 2008, my current coach became my manager. And we're talking about skincare in one of the classes. And I said, I don't use a name. He said, try Reversalist. And I said, but that's for 40 plus. I'm not 40 plus. He said, just try it. That's what I use. So I tried it, and boy, whoo, I love it. So that has now become my, if you have to choose one, because jewelry is variety, right? And clothing, but if I have to, because it's one thing I use consistently, and that is my Reversalist and new skincare.
I love that. Yeah, I think that as representatives, us wearing the product, trying the product, being a product of the product, that is what helps us sell, because we fall in love with it, and we're able to easily share what we love and why we love it. And since we're so excited about it, then our customers get excited about it too.
Yes, they do. They do. And even at my church, people are starting to, I have this new church I go to, started about 2 years ago. And when I could get a few of them, especially a man, actually, he just gave me an order today for a meal and said, I need my replenishment. So, but he loves Vital. So he uses Vital. So I love it. I love the product. I love what we have. I mean, all our products are not for everyone, but I just encourage that they try it, and then you can pick the one that goes with us. But like you said, when you use it, you wear it, and you can sell it. I sold a lot of this coat.
You sold something. There was something you were wearing, your eyeliner. We had all earned a cruise to Bermuda, Bahamas. And Modupe was riding, me and Modupe went on all of the rides. I didn't even know she was afraid of water or that she didn't want to swim, but Miss Modupe was fearless. And at the end of riding all the rides, I was like, wait, your makeup is still on. She was like, oh, Avon. And she went through and she said, this is my Mark eyeliner, and this is my foundation from Avon. And she listed off all the products, and I said, I'm going to buy all of those items, because if you can go through all of these rides, all of these water rides, and still have all your makeup on, I need those exact same products. So I can vouch for you. I know you're a person who wears and shares, because I bought stuff off of you.
Your makeup is great, though. Both of you, your makeup is really nice. I watch all your videos and I love all the makeups.
I'm learning, but I did have to get myself some of that MAC eyeliner.
I have the purple one on today. I put something on top of it.
See?
I have purple earlier in the day.
And it lasts full 12 hours, and you're a busy woman, so I know you also don't have time to keep reapplying your makeup. So whatever you use, I know I'm okay with using too. All right, Ms. Modupe, thank you so much for joining us. So we're going to continue our chat with Ms. Modupe on Jessica's channel. So be sure to hop over to Makeup Maven Jessica. And I keep calling you Jess, Makeup Maven Jess, but it's Makeup Maven Jessica, right?
I think so. It might be, I think it's Jessica. Yeah, I think so.
Makeup Maven Jessica. Be sure to hop on over to her channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to her channel so that you can get to see all of the new videos. And Ms. Modupe, you're also on social media as well. Tell us, where can we go if we want to connect with you?
Well, on Facebook, I'm on Modupe's Beauty Boutique. That's my business page. And of course, my timeline is my name. I didn't change the Modupe Aromire. On Instagram, I'm at Avon Modupe. On Twitter, I'm also at Avon Modupe. And on YouTube, it's the same thing, Avon Modupe, YouTube. So I have all of them, but I made it to connect to my name and my business. So they're all Avon Modupe.
Consistent. I love it. But, you know, if you guys didn't catch that, we will post all the links down below. So be sure to check out the description box so that you can follow Modupe and so that you can see more videos from Avon Calling on my channel and on Jessica's channel. So thank you guys all for watching him. Thank you again, Ms. Modupe, for joining us. We are looking forward to chatting with you some more.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud. I'm proud of what you are doing for reps. I'm really proud of you two ladies. So let me just put it that way. No, seriously, because in those days we didn't have all this, but as we start to network and know each other and technology is helping us, it's really been an incredible thing. So now I can actually tell my new reps or my rep generally and say, oh, go to this channel and watch this and see this. I don't even tell them to listen to me, because I wanted them to hear it from somebody else. So thank you so much for doing this. You really made me proud of you today.
So we're just paying it forward because me and Jessica found the same thing. We met also at a Rep Fest. I think me and Jessica actually met at the same Rep Fest that you and I met, Miss Mitchell. All Avon family. But you know,
I don't like this Rep Fest anymore. Immediately I got my email for the Rep Fest was open yesterday. I registered. I did my hotel. I got my flight.
Okay, I have some catching up to do.
I know. I gotta do that. I gotta get on it.
Points. I used my point. My trip was $5.
Ah, yes. Don't you just love Avon? Free vacation again. Awesome.
I used my Southwest Airline points for my flight.
Awesome.
Sweet. So looks like we'll be seeing you again at Rep Fest, but
do something together, ladies.
Yes, we gotta do lunch. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching us, and we will be sure to have more for you, so be sure to stay tuned. Talk to you guys later. Bye.